All right, so now we're going to do a cross-body crunch. So basically this is a movement that's great for mobility of the hips and of the shoulders and stability through the core. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to get in a 4-point position, which means we are hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. We don't want to be back here. We don't want to be with the arms out front. Hands under the shoulders, right? Knees go under the hips. And then we want a nice straight back. So we're not hunched over, we're not hyperextended. Find a good straight position with your back. Almost like if you were a table, you could put a glass of water on and it wouldn't tip over. So what we're going to do then is we're going to extend one leg back. And if I can get this without getting into my dumbbells here, one leg's back. And then the opposite arm is forward like we're shaking someone's hand. Okay? So from there, we're holding the extension here, and then we're going to bring the elbow to the opposite knee. So we're going to bring the elbow into the opposite knee and extend right back out. This is the cross body crunch. When we do this, it's very important to make sure that you keep the alignment in the back. You don't want to be doing a crunch where you're dropping your belly and hyperextending your back, okay? So as a rule of thumb, if you feel anything happening in your lower back, if you feel your belly dropping, if you feel your lower back tightening up, okay? And obviously if you feel any kind of pain, that means that you're not holding the position properly, okay? We should not feel any dropping of the belly and hyperextending of the lower back. So kind of keep that in mind as you go. Now, as you do this, do what you can. So, if you have any trouble holding this position, so if I get out here and I'm wobbling all over and I can't hold it, we don't want to do it from there. So you want to make sure that you can own the movement before you perform the crunch. So always start with 2 hands down, 1 leg back. Make sure you're balanced here. If you're all over the place here, you might just be working on holding this position, okay? So only when you can hold it and you've got balance, then we add the arm into it, okay? So always kind of modify it as you need, okay? So the full version is opposite arm and leg. We work the crunch. If you can't do that, we just take it down where instead of using the arm, we only use the leg. And then we'll work a crunch just with the leg going back and extending toward the opposite elbow, okay? So again, just kind of, make it work for what you can do, and you can always progress over time. This is one of these things where wherever you're at right now, that's not where you're always going to be. You will get better as your body gets more accustomed to and it learns the movement pattern, okay? So that's how we're going to do the cross-body crunch. And remember, we do the same amount of reps on one side as we do with the other. So once we finish all the reps on one side, then you come down and you do the opposite arm and leg on the other side, all right? That's the cross-body crunch.